Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about a paper written by the World Economic Forum surrounding payment interoperability and how this may relate to Quant. So in a recent paper published by the World Economic Forum entitled Defining and Measuring Payment Interoperability, the paper detailed the implications surrounding interoperability and how interoperability is a must in the future of financial activities, especially surrounding CBDCs. So the paper initially detailed the findings from a Bank of England study looking at the need for interoperability protocols for CBDCs, where the Bank of England detailed how a core ledger must be accompanied to allow third-party payment interface providers to build overlay services that facilitate payments using core ledger liquidity. So an API will be required to enable the connectivity between a CBDC ledger and traditional financial infrastructure. So an API platform would have to comply with regulatory frameworks and also be an authorized mechanism to enable interoperability between CBDCs and legacy systems, including the banking sector. So future CBDC ledgers will likely be built on DLTs. The variations in the technology between CBDC ledgers and traditional financial infrastructure could lead to limitations in the ability for such frameworks to be connected. However, there is one innovation on the marketplace that provides connectivity between DLTs and legacy networks, and this innovation is Quantus Overledger, where Overledger provides the connectivity between DLTs as well as legacy systems. So this will mean that datasets native to specific networks can be actively exchanged between each other regardless of the underlying technology that powers the given network. So this could mean that datasets, including monetary value, could be actively transported and sent between CBDC ledgers and traditional financial bodies. So Overledger could be a means of achieving interoperability as detailed by the Bank of England and the World Economic Forum. The paper also mentioned the need for open banking, which again will allow for the active ability for financial services, including banks, to connect with CBDC ledgers and directly to customers, and how through the use of open banking, private organizations, including fintechs, could be implemented and their technology could improve the connectivity between financial bodies around the world, be it for CBDCs or even for traditional financial infrastructure. So this diagram here indicates how through the usage of technology provided by fintechs, datasets between different bodies could be actively exchanged between each other. So one innovation again that could improve financial activities between banks and customers is Quantus Overledger, where Overledger's ability to connect DLTs to legacy systems and also between DLTs will mean that datasets, including monetary value, could be actively exchanged between each other more rapidly and more cost effectively compared to legacy systems. As generally speaking, DLT sees improvements in the scalability, the cost effectiveness and the timeliness surrounding payment actions. So this could be quite beneficial for both customers and banks. So the paper also mentioned how a multiple CBDC bridge should be implemented into future CBDC frameworks, which will provide the connectivity and interoperability between CBDCs around the world. When M-Bridge mechanism will see improvements in cross-border payments that arise between banks, including central banks around the world. So as mentioned, DLT is likely to be the underlying technology that powers CBDCs. So this will mean CBDCs could improve financial activities that arise around the world, including improvements surrounding cross-border payments, including improvements in the speed, the cost effectiveness and the scalability surrounding cross-border payments. However, CBDCs around the world will likely be backed by differing DLT networks. And due to the innate limitations surrounding DLT, where DLTs generally lack interoperability, an M-CBDC bridge will be required to enable the connectivity of such CBDCs. So this is a diagrammatic indication of how an M-Bridge mechanism could work. When M-Bridge mechanism will provide the connectivity between CBDC ledgers around the world. So at the moment, financial bodies haven't actively spoken about an innovation that provides a M-CBDC bridge. However, as detailed by the World Economic Forum, a fintech within the private sector could be a means of improving interoperability between CBDCs and also providing interoperability between CBDCs and legacy financial infrastructure. So again, Overledger is one innovation that provides connectivity between DLT networks. So Overledger could be the M-CBDC bridge that the World Economic Forum has detailed. So arguments could be made that a private bridge could be developed to connect individual CBDCs together. But if we look at the limitations surrounding private bridges, especially between public blockchains, where recently the wormhole bridge that connects both Ethereum and Solana was actively hacked, and this led to billions of dollars worth of assets being stolen. However, with an API ODAP provider in Overledger, these limitations will be greatly reduced, so the risk of datasets sent between CBDCs will be greatly mitigated and reduced if Overledger is directly implemented into an CBDC bridge. So if financial bodies around the world look to Overledger as a means of providing connectivity between CBDCs, this will see the benefits surrounding CBDCs, especially surrounding improvements in cross-border payments and the cost effectiveness surrounding cross-border payments being achieved. So the potential for financial bodies to actively use Overledger to provide connectivity between CBDCs and also allowing for improvements in interoperability between CBDCs and legacy systems will mean that such financial bodies will be required to actively purchase QNT to gain the benefits Overledger provides. So with increases in the active purchasing of QNT to gain access to Quantus Overledger, this will mean that there will be increased price pressures on QNT. So this could be quite beneficial for QNT token holders, especially over the long run, and as more bodies turn to Overledger to provide connectivity between either CBDCs or CBDCs and legacy systems. So as well as the benefits provided by Quantus Overledger, the World Economic Forum has also detailed the benefits surrounding stablecoin usage and how stablecoins could be used in CBDC developments. So Quant actively provides a private stablecoin which has been actively backed by the IMF, where the IMF is set to directly use Quant's MLT stablecoin to improve cross-border payments in view of improving financial activities that occur between CBDCs in the near future when CBDCs are eventually rolled out. So the usage of Quant's MLT stablecoin, especially surrounding cross-border payments, will mean that fiat CBDCs can be actively interconverted at a given time. So with the potential usage of Quantus Overledger coupled with its MLT stablecoin, this again could be quite beneficial and bullish for Quant's offerings, as such financial bodies will be required to purchase QNT to gain access to Quant's use cases. So again, this could be quite beneficial for QNT token holders, especially over the long run. What are your thoughts on Quant? Do you think financial bodies will look to use Quant's offerings? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching Crypto Clan. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video.